Presenting Koichi Nozaki, a Japanese amateur who happened to be on holiday in Monaco during Golden Week, a Japanese holiday. He won a live satellite for the EPT Grand Final and made it to the last 32. In this compilation, we showcase his epic run. So we're going three-way to the flop.
Nozaki 3-bet into 3 opponents with 2 9s, and somehow it's the best hand.
Here comes the flop. Well, there's a 9 and a 4. Set over set sickness.
Strap yourselves in for a car crash. This is going to be brutal, especially when the 8 hits the turn. And you know what I always say, James, something I definitely stole. Always bet your sets.
63,000. Now Garcia has a gut shot. He calls.
When it goes bet call, yeah, I think I'd be a little confused too. I'd be real tempted to raise here. Someone's bound to have a draw or an overpair they can pay off with.
Drynan does not raise. He calls as well.
No, 5,000 raise. 5,000 raise.
Yeah, okay.
Turn card is a deuce. Doesn't change anything. Nozaki slows down. He checks.
Well, Nozaki's a dude here on vacation, so he's going to be more interested in GTL than GTO, but I think he probably should have kept betting there.
Garcia, with the worst of it, throws in 157,000.
I think that lead is pretty loco, or whatever the Polish word for loco is. When Connor overcalls on the flop, I think he's going to be pretty strong.
Drynan calls. Action now back on Nozaki.
I'm all in.
He shoves.
No, man, Rising Sun over here just check-raised the kimono off you two.
There's not much more for Garcia to call.
Both these guys are committed. At least for Nozaki's raise.
Both call. So there could be further betting on the river between Garcia and Drynan. Nozaki officially at risk, but an 87% favorite. And he improves to quads on the river.
Just quads. Amazing. I hope he does not think poker's always this easy. So confusing.
Check, check.
Pair 9s.
2 pair.
Yeah. Yeah, lucky day.
At least he gets that this is not common. This is too funny. These two sharks thought they were going to carve this guy up like a piece of yellowtail, and it turns out they ate the piece of the fish that kills you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Lucky day.
Let's head over to the secondary featured table, where Koichi Nozaki has opened with Queen Jack. Jose Carlos Garcia has called on the button with 10-9. Decision on Olashemian in the big blind. He's got 4s.
He's coming along for the ride.
Sure enough.
Koichi the killer.
2 pair for Garcia. Open-ender for Nozaki.
Garcia called a little light here, wanting to play against the tourists, and he's flopped huge, but Nozaki has got so much equity.
Action check to the button.
Garcia should absolutely bet this fairly big. Lots of ways to get called.
44,000 into 74,000. Shemian folds. Nozaki check raises to 125,000.
I don't hate it. Sometimes Garcia would have a hand he could fold, and like I said, he's got tons of equity, even against 2 pair.
Garcia calls the raise. Heads up to the turn. It's an 8. Nozaki makes a straight.
Nozaki, no missy. I'm all for a decent-sized bet here.
Well, that's more than 2/3 pot. 225k.
That might be a little too big. Everything is relative in poker, and relative to the size of the pot. This is a big one.
Garcia still with top 2, and he lets it go.
Good fold, Garcia.
Pick one?
I got nuts.
Can I pick one?
Yeah. Nuts.
Wow. That's the real nuts.
This guy is cuter than a Shiba Inu puppy.
Koichi Nozaki up to 1.3 million. He has taken the chip lead from Garcia. Koichi Nozaki has ace-7.
No Zaki, more like yes Zaki. Love this guy.
Marcus Ross has ace-3 of clubs in the big blind.
Don't see him folding this. Little domination nation shaping up.
He calls. The flop. Queen 5 deuce. So a wheel draw for Ross. Nozaki still ahead right now. Action goes check check.
Nozaki giving him the finger.
Nozaki pairs his 7 on the turn, meaning Ross is now a 9-1 dog.
The only thing better than having the best hand is hitting a card that lets you know you probably have the best hand.
Ross leads. 26k.
Maybe trying to get Nozaki to fold a slightly better hand, just probably not a hand this good.
Nozaki responds by raising to 57,000.
Whoa, now as much as I like this guy, this raise is a little goofy. Tough to get a call from a worse hand, and getting a better one to fold is tougher than explaining Bitcoin. Still don't get it.
You're not the only one. Ross calls.
Okay. Well, I was wrong.
Ace on the river, Barry Greenstein. We could see Ross lose more chips now.
Best card ever for Nozaki, because not only is he supremely confident it's the best hand, but Ross has pretty much got to pay him off.
65,000. Ross has counted out the call. He makes the call.
Man, oh man, did this guy choose the right time to go on vacation.
Koichi Nozaki up to 1.36 million. Anatoly Chen has shoved the flop. Action is on chip leader Koichi Nozaki. And Chen does not want a call here. He has a huge dog with 10s against jacks.
I call.
Nozaki calls.
Good luck, all-in player.
Yeah, I've been thinking.
Yes, that.
Only a 10 saves Chen.
That ain't no help for nobody.
Down to 5%. No 10 on the river.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Chen out in 22nd.
Good call, Japan.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Amazing call.
Yeah, very hard.
I thought he had ace queen. It was a good call. I thought he had ace queen.
Action folded to Nozaki.
Nozaki, 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 Nozaki.
Pair of jacks in the small blind. He raises. On Martin Pastor with queen 6 of spades in the big. I'm guessing that's a call.
Man, this guy's just been tearing everyone to shreds. Be careful. This guy being Nozaki.
Well, Nozaki is still ahead with his overpair. Pastor has an open-ended straight draw, but he doesn't want to hit the top end.
No, he does not. Pretty decent flop for both players.
Nozaki continues for 40k.
How can you not peel?
Pastor calls. The turn card is the 3 of diamonds, and Nozaki is now an 84% favorite. He bets again, 50,000.
That is a small bet. Pastor is getting a great price.
Well, this is a semi-bluff raise from Pastor, 175,000 total.
It's understandable. Nozaki's not playing it like he's got a monster. I also like it because it's going to get him a free showdown a lot of the time when Nozaki doesn't fold.
I'm holding.
Nozaki shoves.
How about a little vodka cranberry? Although this is going to get snapped off by a better hand, always.
Pastor does not have a better hand. He's forced to fold, and Nozaki adds 263k to his stack. On the very first hand of the day, we are going to sweat with Koichi Nozaki.
Konnichiwa, Koichi, brah.
He's under the gun with kings. Koichi has raised to 42,000. Johnny Lodden calls in position on the button. Ola Shemian also calls out of position in the small blind.
No, not all this Shemian too.
Romain Payon folds, so three-way to the flop.
Hold on to your potatoes. Unless we make quads, this isn't going to be easy.
It's a queen high flop. Shemian checks. A c-bet of 83,000 from the amateur, who won his seat in a live satellite. Johnny calls.
No, not the both of them.
Yep, Oleg calls as well, so still three-way as we go to the turn.
Oh, I wish the door to this room wasn't locked.
The 10 of clubs, so the board gets straight here, and there's a flush draw out there now. And looks like Shemian is going to lead 212,000.
Oh man, I hate this. Best case scenario, Ola's semi-bluffing, which means best case scenario is that he isn't beating us yet.
Zaki calls. Round to Johnny.
$600.
That's a raise to 600,000.
Oh, come on! Well, the good news is if that Ola does anything other than fold, we can get away from this. We can get away like Andy Dufresne.
All in.
Shemian shoves!
Get busy living, get busy folding.
What does Nozaki do with his kings?
His jippers.
No, you don't need to count. We're folding. If we don't fold, I will escape from this room using nothing but a tiny little hammer.
Still, an overpair to the board. It's got to be tempting.
Not as tempting as escaping behind this Rita Hayworth poster.
Nozaki folds.
Thank goodness.
Lodden calls. Lodden with a set of eights. Shemian with a straight.
What in the mother loving... How in the heck did we get caught up in the middle of all that? Screw these guys. It's too bad they both can't go broke. We were drawing dead.
It's a deuce. Huge pot for Shemian.
If I lose minimum.
Glass is half full type of guy.
If I raised there, I'd be knock him out.
I'm still here.
Well, Nozaki has Shemian dominated. He calls the 3-bet.
I like the fact that he's not backing down from these dudes, but that's probably a fold. I'm gonna quote the best poker movie of all time when I say, "He who fights and runs away lives to run away another day."
I don't remember that line in Rounders.
It's a deleted scene.
Lodden calls as well. 3-way to the flop.
Johnny's call is A-OK with pot odds and position and all that.
7-4 deuce. Lodden way ahead with this overpair. Shemian does not continue. Nozaki also checks.
I love his little finger check.
Looks like Johnny's betting.
190.
Not much all I can do here.
Yeah, he passes.
What's this now?
Yellow chips are 25,000 each. Koichi Nozaki is getting frisky. He raises to 410,000.
The thing is, he kind of can rep some overpairs and a set of sevens here.
I'm all in.
Johnny shoves on him.
Wow. Johnny just sussed that out. Nozaki simply cannot call.
He folds.
I like that fold.
Listen.
Wow, Nozaki's got kings under the gun again. Jack 7 suited for Romain Payon. And he calls out of the big blind.
Only one opponent this time, and there's no Ola Shemian or Johnny Lodden. Things are looking up.
9-8-5 on the flop. Payon is double gutted. Nozaki's still a big favorite. Action's been checked to the pre-flop aggressor.
Man, I really hope he doesn't get run down this time. With apologies to the Payon fan club, can't afford to upset them again.
A continuation bet of 110,000. Payon calls. The turn card. It's the 3 of diamonds, so Payon now has a diamond draw as well.
313.
2. Okay. I'm all in. I'm all in.
Nozaki shoves on Payon,
Call.
and the Frenchman calls.
It looks weird, but he was getting the right price, and I am looking at some Stan Winston concept art because this is a monster draw.
Payon has 15 outs. 6s, 10s, and diamonds are all working for him. 7 of hearts on the river.
Okay.
He's out in 13th.
All aboard the Nozaki pain train. Koichi Nozaki is my spirit animal.
Koichi Nozaki is still in with a chance of becoming the first Japanese champ, but he is the current shorty.
Chips. You got him.
I'm all in.
Nozaki shoves for 18 bigs with ace-10 from under the gun.
Okay. I thought.
When you do this with ace-10, you really just want it to get through. A call is almost never good.
Jack-Queen for Muhaddin Ferez. He folds. Al-Azmar is out. Ola Shemian has 10s.
And a call ain't gonna be good here.
He calls, putting Nozaki at risk.
Yeah, cold straight down. Ola is cold.
You want an ace?
Pocket
You
tens,
sure?
10 of hearts, 10 of clubs.
How much better is this guy's vacation gonna get?
He's looking for an ace on the flop. Now he needs to hit on the turn or river. Shemian, an 85% favorite. Just one card to come. 3 outs for Nozaki.
Whether it comes or not, this guy's kind of free-rolling at life right now.
The river is a 9. We lose Koichi.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, Raj.
Pair of tens.
Nice playing with you.
Thank you, Raj.
Love that guy.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you.
Well, that was a pretty good use of 10 years worth of vacation days.
Shemian stacks chips as Nozaki scores the best ever result for a Japanese player in an EPT main event.
I did it.